Shabbat Shalom, everyone. In this week's Torah portion, we have the remarkable story of Jacob, Yaakov, who arrives in Haran, and he comes to the well, and he sees all the shepherds sitting around. And he says to them, why are you sitting around? Why aren't you continuing to water your flock and carry on with your day? And they explain to him that there's a big stone on the mouth of the well, and it takes all the shepherds' combined strength to roll the stone off the well to water their flock. Suddenly he sees Rachel, his cousin, coming towards the well with her father's flock. And he steps up to the well and single-handedly rolls the stone off the mouth of the well, waters the flock of his cousin's sheep, and then he kisses Rachel and weeps as he knows that he will be married to her and have the greatest love story in the Torah. And the question is, if all the shepherds needed their combined strength to roll the stone off the well, how did Yaakov single-handedly have the strength to do it? After all, they were accustomed to rolling the stone off the well's mouth. They did it daily, but he was a yeshiva boy coming from the Torah study of the yeshiva of Shem and Aver. How did he have that muscle to do that? And it's fascinating that on the day of the tragic attack of October 7th, in synagogues in the diaspora, Shmini Atzeret, and we were reading the prayers of rain. And in it, we talk about the story of Jacob and the well. And there we describe it in the prayer. It says, Yichad Leiv v'Galal Even. Jacob concentrated, focused his heart, and he rolled the stone off the mouth of the well. In other words, the secret to Jacob's ability to roll the stone off the mouth of the well was not his physical muscles, but his devotion and his concern, his love, his dedication, his focused concentration to achieve the goal. Because he loved Rachel and wanted to water her father's flock. Unlike the shepherds who didn't have much motivation to get on with their day. They were lazy. They were enjoying the time sitting around the well schmoozing. But Yaakov had the motivation and the determination. He dedicated his heart. And there's so much to be learned from this story. In life, it's not so much about your skills, your abilities, your physical strengths. It's about your heart. How much love, how much dedication do you have? You know, it's no secret that Israel has never started a war, but has won every single war. And that's what's going to happen here. Israel didn't choose this war. God forbid. We don't want war. We want peace. But when our enemies attack us, we always succeed. We always are victorious. And the question is, what's the secret to Israel's strength? Like Jacob, who was later called Israel, we're much smaller than our enemies in size. But what we have is the power of love and determination. They're coming from hatred. We're coming from love. And this is what we've seen since October 7th. We've seen so much love amongst the Jewish people, so much self-sacrifice, so much generosity, so much volunteerism. It's remarkable that so much love has been born amongst the Jewish people. And the power of love and the motivation of love is the strongest force in the world. And that's why we will achieve victory and success. And especially tonight, literally as Shabbat begins in Jerusalem around 4 o'clock in Israel, the first 13 hostages will be released. And that joy will be felt not just in those 13 homes, but in every Jewish home around the world. There'll be joy knowing that at least 13 children, 13 women are home with their families, because we feel the pain of every Jew and we feel the love of every Jew. Think about the fact that the whole world has come together to help Israel, the Jewish world throughout the globe. The Arabs have 22 countries. Have you seen any of them offer to take any of the refugees, any of the civilians into their communities, into their land? No. Have you seen people giving hundreds of millions of dollars to charity to help the people of Gaza? No. Have you seen that outpouring of love? No. It's only the Jewish people. And sometimes we forget that we're one and how much we love each other. But it's in moments like this that we are awakened and we realize how much love we have. And with love, we will overcome all the hate in the world. Just like light banishes darkness, love will always banish hatred. I saw that someone had an initiative last night on Thanksgiving that every family should have an empty seat at their Thanksgiving table with a name and a picture of one of the hostages to remember those who are in captivity. So I say, perhaps tonight, when the first 13 hostages come home, and they will be celebrated not just in their homes, but every Jewish home around the world will feel extra joy tonight, knowing that the first 13, and God willing, all of the 240 hostages will come home. Perhaps we should add a seat to our table representing the hostages that started to come home today, and the prayer that more and more will come out home. And instead of keeping that seat empty, let's find someone who normally wouldn't be at a Shabbat table and invite them with love and joy to celebrate Shabbat with us. Fill an extra seat in honor of those hostages who come home. Tap into the love and the joy that those 13 families will have tonight when they sit down with their loved ones who they haven't seen in 6 weeks in captivity and prayed for their return. Feel that love by bringing another Jew to your Shabbat table, because we're all connected, we're all one. The joy of those 13 families will be felt in every Jewish heart around the world. Shabbat Shalom.